Yes, the Apple Watch is already sold out. I've already purchased my Apple Watch 42 millimeters instead of the 38. And I don't know exactly when I'm going to get it, but I already purchased it. So basically, if you have to line up for it on day one when it's released, I'll be out there lined up on day one when it's released. If not, then it'll just get delivered to me. The amazing thing about the Apple iWatch, and one of the reasons why I shit all over Galaxy, Samsung, Galaxy Gear, and all those other ridiculous watches that have been made, is simply because when you really think about it, when was the last time that there was ever a release this large for something that wasn't a cell phone and something that wasn't a video game system? There has never in history, there's never been a release date or pre-order date for a watch that costs $350 to $399. Now, before you try to insult Apple on the pricing, keep in mind that the Galaxy Gear cost almost as much. It was between $300 and $350 when it was first released, but when they realized that nobody gave a shit about it, they started dropping the price. Now you can pick one up at Costco or BJ's for next to nothing. And in some cases, they have a buy one, get one free if you go to these, cell phone stores. But if you really think about it, there has never, ever been a release date for a watch that averages in between $350 all the way up to $17,000. I was arguing in Dubai with an Arab, I guess you could call him a sheikh, but anyway, I was arguing with this guy that the Apple Watch was not only going to sell out, but it was going to break like all previously known records. The thing about it is there are no previously known records for selling a $350 watch. There are no previously known records, and Apple has basically set a record that nobody ever is going to be able to beat. I mean, you really think about it, a watch that costs that much, who would you normally see sell a watch that costs that much? And furthermore, who could get people to line up for something like that and drop $350 each, or $399 each, or $500 each? What other company has ever been able to make people do that when it wasn't a video game system and it wasn't a cell phone? And that right there is the reason why Samsung is always going to be number two. And it's sad, I know everybody wants to rant and rave about how great the Galaxy 6 is, but the simple fact is, nobody fucking cares. Not only does nobody care about it, but the only people who really want one are people who are disenfranchised by their Galaxy 5. They thought the Galaxy 5 was going to be, groundbreaking and fantastic, and then when they got it, they realized it was just another shitty phone, and that it really wasn't what they had expected. Now, while I attack Samsung's shitty devices, I also can praise certain features of them. And there's only one feature about the Galaxy 5 that I actually like, and it's the fact that it has waterproofing up to a short depth. Waterproofing up to about 10 meters or 20 meters. That is actually a feature that I would like to see all smartphones have. I'd like to see all smartwatches have that. And I can actually say, I applaud Samsung for putting a feature like that into the Galaxy 5. Unfortunately, when they made the Galaxy 6, they had to give that up because they tried to make their build quality a little bit better with aluminum backing like Apple and, the curved glass and everything. But in my opinion, the curved glass is a gimmick. Having waterproofing, in my opinion, is not a gimmick. All of these devices should be waterproof. The Apple iPhone 6s or 7, one of those things needs to be waterproof. I want to be able to, when I go to these beaches, when I go to Seychelles or when I go to Dominican Republic, I want to be able to take my phone underwater, and I want to be able to shoot pictures of the fish that are nibbling at my feet and the crabs that are trying to get away from me. That is something that I'm willing to pay for. Now, as for this watch, I'm hoping that this watch is not only water resistant, but has some amount of waterproofing up to at least 3 or 4 meters, maybe even 5 meters. Like, I really don't swim very deep, but I'm hoping that salt water, such as at the beach, won't cause any problems. But for right now, we'll just have to wait and see what the iWatch and the iWatch 2 brings us. So, I'm waiting for mine to come, and you'll get a review as soon as I get it.